What's going on, everyone? If you like the videos I'm putting out on this channel, remember to hit that like button. And remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you get all my content right to your device every time I upload. And I thank you for your continued support. Vegeta, Vegeta, Vegeta. That's what we have to talk about now after episode 122. The Prince of All Saiyans took a stand against Jiren in episode 122 of Super, and the community is buzzing about this guy. What is up with Vegeta? What is up with his power? How strong is he going to get? Considering that he did so well against Jiren in that episode, and there are so many clues going around about where Vegeta may go, on this video we're going to discuss the possibilities of Vegeta achieving a power greater, not just than Blue, but possibly on the same level of Ultra Instinct as we discussed Vegeta going beyond Ultra Instinct. We're going to talk about it, give you all the clues, discuss it, analyze it, and make sure you leave your comments because this dude Vegeta is stepping up and he may get more shine than we all thought. So let's get to it next.
I, Vegeta, the Prince of All Saiyans, orders you to subscribe and follow Geekdom 101 on these social media platforms.
So we're going to discuss all things Vegeta here and where his character may be going in the future of Dragon Ball Super. Now, I want to tell everybody before we get to this topic, there's another video I want you to check out that I did a few months ago called The Prince of All Saiyans. And in that video, I broke down Vegeta's character. It's a psychological breakdown and dissection of the character of Vegeta, why he is the way he is, and the changes that he went through throughout the Dragon Ball Z series into Dragon Ball Super. But with episode 122, there's a few things that happen in this episode that are giving us clues of where the character may go, as well as some new developments about the actual power that Vegeta may achieve. Now, during the fight with Jiren, Vegeta looked unbelievably impressive against this monster. Better than maybe even Goku did before he did Ultra Instinct. Vegeta was able to read Jiren's movements and actually connect with Jiren with a couple of shots to the body, which is something that you would think would be unheard of anybody doing outside of somebody who knows Migatte no Goku, otherwise known as Ultra Instinct. And in the episode, Jiren pummeled Vegeta, and Vegeta still kept coming and still kept fighting until the very end when he got blasted right in the gut by Jiren's paralyzer technique, and the dude went down like a sack of potatoes. But before that happened, we said something very interesting. He talked about how Vegeta is very close to achieving Ultra Instinct. Now, I did a video that really blew up called Ultra Instinct Vegeta, where I basically explained all of the different clues that Dragon Ball Super's given us about Vegeta achieving this form, including the fact that Vegeta trained with Whis way back in the Resurrection F arc before Goku even got started training. And as a result of that, Vegeta was told the same thing that Goku was told about allowing your body to kind of think for itself and not to overanalyze fights, which is the principles of Ultra Instinct. Whis says that Vegeta's close to achieving it, and when you see how well he fought against Jiren, it's hard to argue that this dude may be coming close. But there's a little bit more I need to analyze about this, a little bit more that I really want to dissect about Vegeta in episode 122 and going forward. Now, you have to always remember that not only is Goku a fighting genius, but so is Vegeta. Beerus himself says so, Whis thinks so, and even Jiren himself commended Vegeta for having such powerful attacks. Vegeta is not a joke. And to me, I'm wondering what direction they're going to take Vegeta's character. Now, if you've been following Vegeta or watching my videos about it that I mentioned earlier, you know that Vegeta throughout Dragon Ball Z was always playing catch up to Goku, always behind Goku until the Buu arc when he pretty much admitted that Goku was number one. However, in Dragon Ball Super, that gap between Goku and Vegeta has become a lot more narrow than it was before. Vegeta was able to achieve Super Saiyan Blue on his own without any ritual, was able to tap into God Ki and become very powerful, and at one point even surpass Goku. Actually, more than at one point, at a few different points in Dragon Ball Super, Vegeta was stronger than Goku. So the idea that Vegeta's always ahead of Goku, well, it's getting narrower and narrower. Now, I'm not saying that Vegeta is going to definitely surpass Goku, but the question is, will Vegeta actually achieve Ultra Instinct in this arc? Or maybe, possibly, Vegeta is going to achieve something else, a different power similar to Ultra Instinct, but a bit different. Now, where am I getting this from? Well, I'm not usually the guy who analyzes the credits because People, I think, overanalyze them, but there's one thing about the credits that really stood out to me, and that is Vegeta's eyes. In the final shot of the brand new closing animation for Dragon Ball Super, you see Vegeta's eyes, and they look very different. They're not silver like Ultra Instinct. In fact, right next to Vegeta, you see Ultra Instinct Goku just standing there, but Vegeta's eyes look a little bit more, I guess, polished or shinier. He definitely looks different in that Tadayoshi Yamamuro piece of art at the end of the closing animation than he did in the actual episode. Now, most of the time you can chalk this up to it just being different artists drawing Vegeta differently. I mean, that's just something that happens all the time in Dragon Ball. But in this instance, there may be something to this. So what I want to do is I want to analyze the conversation between Vegeta and Jiren, because there's something here that I think needs to be discussed. So Jiren pretty much calls Vegeta arrogant. He says that there's not a speck of purity in the self-righteous way you fight. Now, what does that mean? He's basically saying that Vegeta has a huge ego and is totally full of himself, and that's why he fights. And Vegeta answers back by saying, yes, indeed, I am arrogant. And Vegeta would equate his arrogance and his power into his Saiyan pride. Now, this is phenomenal stuff here, because Vegeta's always been a prideful dude. From the beginning he has been, and it's cost him a lot. And basically, pride has to do with ego. And Vegeta has a big ego. And I think a lot of people see that as a bad thing, and it certainly can be. If you're too egotistical, it can definitely have you come off a little bit off-putting, you know. But when it comes to Vegeta, and not just Vegeta, but in the real world, top-level athletes and businessmen and entrepreneurs, all of these people in the real world have big egos. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time, arguably, he was said to be a complete dick sometimes to his teammates, but it was because he had that will to win. Should he have done that? Well, I wasn't a member of the Bulls in the 90s, but he still is a winner. He still got rings. Other top-level athletes, businessmen, politicians, they all have that sort of interior ego. Now, when you look at what the word ego actually means, it is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. Now, this is very powerful, and when it comes to the character of Vegeta, his pride and his ego is his power. It's what keeps him going. And the reality is that every single person out there, every single human being has an ego. No matter what you say, in the real world, we all have ego. We all have a will to survive and a will to have our best conditions, and the same thing applies to Vegeta. So Vegeta's own self-purpose at first was to surpass Kakarot. He doesn't even want that anymore. Now he wants supreme power, and his ego and his arrogance is Vegeta's motivating factor into being a winner. So as crazy as it may sound, Vegeta's ego and arrogance is what made him so damn powerful and what made him stand against Jiren. It's that inside drive to win. And Vegeta even says, I can never throw away who I am in this episode. That is so powerful, because he's basically saying that, yes, I'm different. I have a wife, I have a kid, I don't hate Kakarot anymore, but I'm still that same guy who's gonna let his pride and his ego drive him into greatness. This was such a powerful episode for Vegeta. And where am I going with this? Well, possibly, I don't know if Vegeta is going to achieve Ultra Instinct, but much like with Kale having the Berserk form and Trunks having the Rage form, could it be possible that Vegeta will achieve something completely different but similar to Ultra Instinct? In other words, going beyond the power of Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta even says in that same scene, Kakarot can have Ultra Instinct, I will beat Jiren my own way. So what is the next step for Vegeta? Is he going to have some kind of enhanced Super Saiyan Blue? Is it mastered SSB like what Goku did in the manga? Could that be it? Or could it be something a step further? Well, in the next episode preview, Goku says point blank that Vegeta awakens to an amazing power beyond Super Saiyan Blue. What does this mean? I do not think this is Ultra Instinct. I think Vegeta may actually get his own exclusive form that is not Migatte no Gokui. And wouldn't it be incredible if, rather than Vegeta always following in Goku's footsteps and achieving the powers that he achieves first, actually got his own form, his own power exclusive to himself, and maybe something different from Ultra Instinct? To me, that would be fantastic, and the clues are already there. Vegeta has not changed as much as we think he has, but he certainly is now using his arrogance for good instead of evil. And that could end up leading to him going beyond Ultra Instinct, because he certainly has gone beyond Blue, I'll tell you that much. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you are new to Geekdom 101, punch that subscribe button and enable notifications. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing what's coming up in Super, because things are getting really, really interesting now, and there are some unexpected turns. I did not think Vegeta would be doing this kind of stuff, and I'm really curious to see if you think I'm right, or if you don't, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm very curious to hear what you think about Vegeta's ascension in power. Thank you, and I'll talk to you down the road.